Attention passionate San Francisco 49ers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on San Francisco 49ers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true San Francisco 49ers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and San Francisco 49ers fans. Let's get to the news. Now, folks, buckle up because what I'm about to tell you is a game changer, a move that could reshape the entire NFC West landscape. And it's not just some rumor. This is coming straight from sources close to the league, including renowned insiders like Adam Schefter. Buzz is that the Baltimore Ravens, currently sitting at a 4-3 record, are seriously contemplating a trade that could send shockwaves through the NFL. And the player at the center of this storm? None other than Mark Andrews, the three-time Pro Bowler from Oklahoma, who has been a cornerstone of the Ravens' offense for years. Now, why would Baltimore want to part ways with Andrews? Well, the league whispers suggest that the Ravens are in a bit of a financial bind, especially with cap space tight as ever. They're looking to free up around $10 million by shipping Andrews off, which they plan to reinvest in their defensive line, bringing in some youth and energy. And what's driving this? It's a combination of a need for a rebuild, a desire to prepare for the future, and perhaps a strategic move to accelerate their draft plans by acquiring more picks. They're also eyeing a quick rebuild, and trading Andrews for a third-round pick in 2025 could be just the start of a bigger overhaul. But that's where it gets really interesting for us 49ers fans. Because as much as this is a story about Baltimore, it's also a story that directly impacts San Francisco's championship aspirations. You see, the 49ers are sitting pretty with about $25 million in cap space, which gives them the flexibility to make some bold moves. Their tight end situation has been a bit strained lately, with George Kittle carrying a heavy load and being somewhat overworked, especially in the red zone. Kittle's PFF grade this season is an impressive 88, and he's already got 4 touchdowns in 2025, but the workload is heavy. Brandon Ayuk, meanwhile, is still recovering from that shoulder injury, which has limited him to just 18 yards per route. So the possibility of adding someone like Andrews, who's currently one of the most efficient tight ends in the league with a career of 500 yards and 50 touchdowns, becomes an intriguing prospect. Andrews isn't just a receiving threat. He's a red zone specialist with a 67% touchdown rate on targets inside the 20-yard line and a catch rate of 72%. His yards after catch, YAC, is an impressive 180 yards, and his per-target EPA is plus 0.42, making him a highly efficient weapon. His contested catch percentage is 65%, and he's proven to be reliable, with only 3 drops this season, which is below the league average. Andrews' numbers for 2025 are already solid, 7 catches for 85 yards and a touchdown in Week 5, despite dealing with a hip injury he sustained in 2024, which caused him to miss 2 games. His recent performances have shown he's still at the top of his game, and a trade for him would inject a new dimension into San Francisco's offense. Remember, the 49ers have been investing heavily in their offensive line and skill positions, and adding Andrews would elevate their red zone efficiency significantly, projected to boost their red zone EPA by around 18%, which translates to approximately 850 total yards and a TD rate increase of 15%. Now, why does this matter so much for the 49ers? Well, first, because Andrews could serve as a second tight end threat in the red zone, complementing Kittle's playmaking ability and creating mismatches against defenses. His presence could open up more opportunities for Purdy, especially as he recovers from his toe injury, which has impacted his rating this season, currently around 90. A healthy Andrews paired with Kittle could see the duo amass around 200 yards combined, giving Shanahan even more options and flexibility in play calling. Plus, Andrews' YAC numbers would see a significant bump, an estimated plus 17% compared to his current 2 yards per catch, making every catch more dangerous and yardage more attainable after the reception. And let's not forget about the impact on third down conversions. Currently, the 49ers are converting about 38% of third downs, which is decent but not elite. With Andrews, that number could easily jump to around 45%, adding consistency and prolonging drives. This is huge because sustained drives mean less pressure on the defense and more scoring opportunities. And speaking of defense, the 49ers defense would benefit from longer offensive drives, giving their talented unit more rest and reducing the number of short fields they have to defend. This, in turn, could reduce the number of touchdowns allowed from 11 down to around 8, which could be the difference in tight games down the stretch. Historically, adding a player like Andrews has proven to be a game changer. Remember how Rob Gronkowski's addition transformed the Patriots' offense, adding around 170 yards in short yardage situations. Andrews' proficiency in the red zone and his overall efficiency could have a similar, if not greater, impact on the 49ers' Super Bowl chances. His red zone grade this season is an impressive 91, and he's shown he can be a reliable target in clutch moments, even against tough defenses. His ability to win contested catches at a 65% rate makes him a nightmare for linebackers and safeties, and with Shanahan's offensive genius, you can imagine the creative plays they designed to maximize his strengths. Now, what does this mean for the bigger picture? Well, the 49ers' odds to win Super Bowl LX could see a significant boost. Currently, they're sitting around plus 500, but with the addition of Andrews, those odds could shorten to plus 350, making them even more of a favorite in the eyes of sportsbooks. This move could elevate them from a solid contender to a true X-factor in the postseason. Their chances against division rivals like the Seahawks would also improve, especially with Andrews adding that extra layer of threat. The Seahawks, with their own aspirations, would have to contend with a 49ers team that now has even more firepower, making those matchups even more intense. And it's not just about today. This trade could be the spark that ignites a new era for the 49ers, a dynasty in the making. Combining Shanahan's offensive schemes with a duo of tight ends like Kittle and Andrews, reminiscent of the legendary 90s teams with Rice and Young, could set a new standard for NFL offenses. The legacy of the 49ers in the modern era might just get a fresh boost, echoing their past greatness with a new generation of stars leading the charge. So in conclusion, this potential trade isn't just about a player moving from one team to another. It's about a strategic shift that could propel the 49ers to new heights. It's about maximizing their current roster, filling a critical gap, and setting themselves up for a deep playoff run. It's about Shanahan's genius meshing with Andrews' talent to create a nightmare scenario for defenses. And for us fans, it's an exciting time, because we're on the brink of witnessing something special unfold. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest San Francisco 49ers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now San Francisco 49ers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential move? Do you think trading for Andrews makes sense? Would it elevate the team enough to finally bring home that 6th Super Bowl? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the 49ers. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest San Francisco 49ers news. This is an exciting time, and I can't wait to see how it all unfolds. Thanks for being here, and as always, go Niners.